Good evening, peeps. Good evening, peeps. How are you? Good evening. If you're there, please let me know. Hello. Well, tonight I've decided to do a quick live. Now I've got my equipment sorted out, that is. So, hello. Guys, come on in. Join me. Ask me any questions, what you want. Doesn't matter what they are. Eh. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh, let's try then. La da 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 dee. Good evening. Can somebody tell me whether this is actually working or not? Because I haven't got a clue. Do you know what? It wouldn't surprise me if it wasn't.
Well, I'm on YouTube now, it's not on. Oh, there you are.
Oh, yeah.
It's appeared now.
Ah. Do you know why? Because it was unlisted and I've now gone public, I think. Hello, folks. Who's that? Hello, Wayne. Welcome in, Wayne, from Brooklyn, New York. Wow. That's a long way from here, Wayne. It is. Yeah. Just thought I'd come on, Wayne, do a Q&A. So if you've got any questions that you want answering, can't hear you. Ah, give me a minute. Let me see. What about now? You should be able to. Still no? Ah, you got your phone down. Turn it up, Wayne. You can hear me, yeah?
They can.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I have the same problem with my Android. I've always got that turned down as well. Yeah.
You're live on my phone.
Do you want to turn that down a bit because it'll interfere with this?
Yeah, I've got it.
Hello, Siani. How are you this evening? Thanks, Wayne. Thanks for the confirmation, mate. Yeah, I had a bad stream on Tuesday of last week. It turns out that one of my cables was actually faulty. So I've changed the cable. Anyway, I just thought I'd come on and try it again tonight. So hopefully you're all well. What's the weather like over at your end, Wayne? Hi, Sharon. Welcome in. So if you've got any questions, guys, just fire them across. I'll answer them to the best I can. Doesn't have to be paranormal. It can be absolutely anything you want. Bear in mind, you might not like the answers. Sometimes I'll disagree with people. Yeah, I've just watched it myself, Siani. I've just watched Amy's video myself last time at the Screaming House. Yeah, really enjoyed it. As you know, I've worked with Amy anyway, quite a few times. My day's been spent, pretty quiet really. Earlier on I went outside and cut the edges at the front. Got the PC sorted out. 83 degrees. I hate you, Wayne. I hate you. That's in Brooklyn, in New York. For anybody that wasn't listening before, it's 83 degrees over there. Oh, nice and warm.
Oh, it's 25 past 10 at night here.
Not like here. Yeah, so any questions whatsoever, guys, it doesn't matter what they are. I'll be honest. I will. Hi, Sharon. Sorry, I'm just going to move a couple of things around on me. Well, I say me screen. It's actually an old 55-inch TV that I'm using because, as you can see, my eyes are not great. Raining there, Sharon. And whereabouts is there? It's raining in Manchester anyway. I can tell you that. Rained all day in Wales.
Wales.
Wow. Yeah, they might need some of this rain over in New York.
Yeah, you are, aren't you?
Sharon Iron Man, are you finding it harder to find places? Well, it's funny you should say that, Sharon, because I was actually out last night with Nighthawk. We tried 3 different places, and all 3 of them were lock solid. 2 of them had iron bars or iron grates across the windows and the doors, and the other one was just all brand new CCTV. So that's last night. We didn't actually get in anywhere, and also last Saturday, a week yesterday, we tried another couple of places as well, and we couldn't even get in them. So yeah, it is getting more difficult, definitely. But I have actually got a video that I'll be uploading for Tuesday evening anyway. It is quite an old one. You will actually see Amy in it from Shadowhunters because I believe it was the second time I'd actually been out. The second or third time I'd actually been out, and it's actually a private investigation at a private house. And I forgot all about it, to be honest. And I keep finding things on my PC. So that's gonna be put on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Sharon, yes, I watched last night. Yeah, it was horrendous, to be honest. I mean, probably the best part of the night was actually Nighthawk giving his tour of Liverpool when we was actually driving home. He's a fool. Were they places you've been before? No, Siani, we hadn't been. Um, oh, I tell a lie. Sorry. Yeah, one of them was. We tried it once before, and couldn't get in that time. But the other two were brand new places that we hadn't actually been to. But we have got somewhere that we're going next Saturday, uh, and it's somewhere I've never done before, and it's an old schoolhouse, I believe. So more to come on that one. Love the tour, Shiani. Love the tour. I take it that was the Liverpool tour last night. I hadn't actually got a clue where I was going, so I had no idea. Have you thought of going outside the UK to go ghost hunting? Of course. Um, that's a question that I get asked quite regular. I mean, my other half's actually sat there, and she asked me the same thing. But it's finding time to actually get that because I work full time as well. It's difficult. Um, yeah, it really is difficult. So yeah, it might be something that happens in the future. Yeah, sounds interesting. Look forward to that one. I take it that means the school next weekend. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one myself. I think we're out with Explore Beyond actually next Saturday. So if you've not checked them out, please go and do so because Si is a good lad. His editing skills are second to none. And yeah, we've been out with him once before. And the last time we were out, Sienna, my room's great, mate. It is. This is actually, believe it or not, it's actually my living room. Not that, not that I'm actually skimping on uh, rooms, because there's myself and my partner, Julie, um, and we live in a three up, three down. But there's only us two here. Um, what's your day job, Ming? I don't actually work days, Gina. I actually work nights, and I have done for the past 22 years. So I work at a parcel delivery company. Probably one that you've never actually heard of, and I'm not going to mention it. Sylvia, that's her name, Siani. Simon's wife now, Sylvia. Yeah, I couldn't remember her name to be honest, but I am looking forward to that. Like I say, we've worked with them once before, and that was the night that it went down to -8, and that was cold. But yeah, it's been great. Yeah. So guys, do me a favour. What's the picture like? What's the sound like? Let me know. Have I recovered from the mishap that happened on Tuesday? Let me know. Oh, you'll have to excuse me. Look, I'm even having a cup of tea. Oh, hope you've all got one. Mhm. Get a camper van and have a tour of the UK first. Where I live, Lady Jane Grey spirit roams. Yeah. Um, believe it or not, Sharon, we're actually. Hello, Drew. How are you, Flower? Welcome in. I haven't heard from you for a long time. Um, yeah, Sharon, getting back to what I was going to say. Me and my partner have actually got a static caravan. We're in the process of selling at the moment. Um, we've had it for quite a number of years now. And in the last 2 years, I think we've been to it. And she sat over there, she'll correct me if I'm wrong, probably 4 times. And the last time we went was actually just to pick something up and we came away. So we've not actually used it and it's been sat up there, not being used. So it's time for it to go. Um, with what I do at weekends as well, it's difficult to actually get up there now. But the other half, Julie, she's not bothered. She understands that I like doing what I do, and she's fine with it. It looks and sounds great. I'm watching on my mobile. Thank you, Shiana. Picture great, my end. Thank you, Sharon. Drew, what have you been up to? Oh, my days. Oh, I'm just getting comfy, guys. I am. So come on, give us some questions. Yeah, going back to the camper van. Um, I suppose it's something we could actually look into, but again, it's all time. It's all time based. It is. That's why I can't wait to retire, to be honest. I'll have plenty of time then. But, as I said before, once I reach 1,000 subscribers, and I'm not that far off it now, to be honest, and I never ever thought I would actually be above 950 subs. Never once. As you all know, and I've probably said it to you all before, uh, I didn't start the channel to actually make money or gain subscribers or whatever else you want to think about it. I actually put the stuff on the channel because you guys wanted to see it. Nothing to do with the fact that I wanted it. That didn't bother me in the slightest. I was quite happy to go out with Night Art, with Moxley, with Shadowhunters, and with anybody else that had actually accept me on their journey. And that was the whole point of starting the channel in the first place, guys, was because you guys wanted it. Thank you, Shiana. I'm not sure about well deserved. I mean, you know, the editing process at the beginning, or the lack of editing, that was something to get my eyes over and to ponder on, because I'm still not 100% on it now, but even I can see that it has improved slightly. What is the scariest thing happened to you, Ming, and where? Sharon, that is actually an easy one. That was in an old care home in Liverpool, and there was one particular room that I actually couldn't get in. I don't know why. I just couldn't understand it. But as I tried walking in, just that one particular room, I felt as though something had grabbed me by the throat, got their hands around me, and it was just choking me, and I couldn't stop choking. And the video's there to see, guys, if you want to go and see it. It was a terrible, terrible thing. From then on, every time I go out, I actually carry crystals and stuff with me now, so, which I didn't know anything about at that time. But yeah, I mean, it was that bad. My nose was running, my eyes was streaming. I just couldn't get in that room at all. I had to get away from it. That's the worst thing. Choose a random paranormal vlog. I've been on shows all week. Oh, please do tell. I've also just launched my online witchy shop that keeps me busy. Good. I wish you every success, Drew. It took me 4 years to get over 1K. It just means I can get my channel pushed out more with YouTube. Yeah, I agree. I mean, listen, the thing is, no way did I ever think I was going to get this many subscribers. Not a chance. Yes, Sienna, I'm sure you do remember that night. I wasn't very well after that. And if you remember, I couldn't get out of there quick enough, to be honest. Is there a link to the video? Oh, I wouldn't know how to do it, to be honest, Sharon. If you go on to my YouTube channel, it's on there. Drew, yeah, I do full prayer circle and pay my dues to the gatekeeper of cemeteries. How does Julie cope with what you do? That's easy. Julie.
What?
Gina C. Hi, Amy. Welcome in, Flower. I've just watched your last video at the Screaming House, and it was a cracker. Gina C has asked, how does Julie cope with what you do? She's right there, guys.
Fine, Gina.
There you go. She's okay with it. Okay, Sharon. Yeah, it's there somewhere. It's quite a while back now. If I can find it on here, because I'm not tech savvy, but if I can find it, I'll put it up for you, mate. Amy, that was it was some frigging outro for that screaming house. I mean, as you know, I've done that place, and it is an unbelievable place. But what a sad outcome. But what a cracking end to it, Amy. You've done really well there. Yeah. So come on, guys, give us your questions. Like I say, they don't have to be paranormal. They can be anything, absolutely anything. Drew, which place is that? That's crazy. You mean the Screaming House? I wasn't the star on that, Amy. She's put, "You're the star, Ming. Thank you so much." It wasn't me that was the star. I've watched that video tonight, as you know, because I came on you live and thoroughly enjoyed it. Have you ever seen a spirit, Sharon? Asking me that. Not to my knowledge, Sharon. No, just hug your sofa. Where's your fave location? That's a good one. That. My God, I mean, there's a few of them that I'd like to go and do. Um, it's an hard one to do that. It's an hard one to answer for me because there's that many places that I haven't been. Yeah, I thought it was Drew the Screaming House. Yeah, cracking place. Um, I mean, I'd love to go and do Colditz, but there's so many. There really is so many places. But we will be very soon, guys. We will be going to another woods, and I'm not going to say any more about that. Yeah. So, as you've all just uh, heard, Majuli is fine with what I do. She knows I only do it because I can, and I'm capable. And if it came to it, and I found out or I realised that I wasn't capable of doing it, then I wouldn't actually do it anymore. What country would you like to visit and investigate? That is so easy. That one, America. I would love to go. That was actually Amy that said that. I can't wait to get down your way, guys. I will be down soon, and I hope we all get a meet up. Drew, I'm sure we will. Have you ever been to Alcatraz? No, I'm not, Krista. But again, it's another place that I'd love to go. I mean, the history on most of these places is unreal. Sharon, love the outdoors and graveyard videos. Yep, me too. We've done. I think me and Nighthawk have actually done one before. But the problem was the priest actually came out and told us off. So we're not there. We're not there to cause trouble. So it was a case of okay, no problem. See you again, and you just leave. You don't cause aggravation for anybody. You just walk, turn round, and walk out because it doesn't just upset them. It upsets a lot of people, and it just makes it worse for people who go in after. Where in Ireland would you go? It's funny. It's weird that because my old man's actually he was from Ireland, and I'd travel over to Dublin, no problem. Yep, just move on to the next. Quite right, Drew. Yeah, I'd love to go to Dublin, but for them that don't actually know, a little bit of history, a little bit of my history. My proper dad actually passed away when I was 14 year old. Uh, yes, I still remember him, although vaguely now. Uh, we, I'm going to go a bit deeper. Um, my parents actually split up when I was young, and when I say young, I mean young. Okay. Um, we then ended up moving down south, even though I was actually born in Manchester. We moved down to Redditch in Birmingham because my father was a mechanic and his brother had his own garage in Birmingham town centre. I believe it was on Aston Street in Birmingham town centre. So we actually moved down there so he could work at his brother's garage. And basically, 2 years after we moved down there, my father passed away. Um, which then ended up, obviously, my mother was the next of kin. Uh, they contacted her, and then a week after, she came down and picked us up and brought us back up north. So, um, not too bad of an upbringing, to be honest. Um, could have been better, but I'm sure there's thousands of people out there that have had it a lot worse as well. So, I'm not saying that for sympathy. I don't want your sympathy. I'm telling you just a little bit about my background. Um, it was one of them things, He woke up one morning coughing, uh, shouted down the stairs to ring an ambulance, and there was me, myself, and I've got two brothers and a sister. Obviously, my two brothers are younger than me, and my sister's 11 months older than me. Um, and by the time the ambulance actually arrived, he'd gone. Uh, and that was that, you know. So I'm not going to ponder too much on it. And that's how we ended up back in Manchester. Um, but basically, I was born here, and apart from the 2 years that I was actually down south, this is where I've been. Right. Anyway, with that, guys, I'm going to see what else is on here. Uh, Amy, Ming, try the Park Bridge Ironworks. It's a great outdoor location. That's a possibility, Amy, but can I wait till it stops raining, please? Because it's throwing it down. I'll tell you what, I will be in touch about that place. Hi, Chris. Chris, blessings, my friend. Have I missed somebody coming? Oh, yeah, there you are. Welcome in, Krista. What was your scariest place experience? Krista, I've already said that. It was a care home in Liverpool. Um, it was one particular room that I just couldn't get in. Or what I should say is, it wouldn't let me in. I would love to do up some of the locations. They're so beautiful inside, except for the vandalism. Shannon, you're so right. It's it beggars belief what people will do nowadays, unless they're jumped on straight away and they're sealed up. But then that just makes it worse for everybody because we go. The only thing I leave behind is footprints, and that's all I'm ever going to leave behind. I don't leave any mess. I don't break into anywhere. If it's not accessible, I do not go in, and that's as simple as it gets. Anthony, hiya mate, you okay? Welcome in, pal. Sharon, you will not be disappointed with Amy's video from tonight. Our British weather due is ridiculous. It's only in Shuck TV. It's only in Daisy Nook, so it's not far. The weather is a nightmare at the minute. Yeah, tell me about it. Amy, it was a terrible place. I will never, ever, ever forget that care home until the day that I pass. Never. Therese says, Ming, that happened to me at the Wallace Monument. I met a brick wall at the top of the stairs. I just don't understand what happened, to be honest. I mean, one minute I was fine. I was walking around. Previous to that, though, I will say that when we was in the hallway outside, which was leading to that room, I actually got up and went and had a look because there was just something about that area. Um, but then when myself and Nighthawk actually tried going in there, Nighthawk went in and I just couldn't walk through the door. Like I say, I should say it wouldn't let me walk through the door because that's how bad I felt, and I just had to get out of there. Uh, Amy, Shook TV. So many people vandalising is frustrating. You're so right, Amy. If it didn't happen, they wouldn't seal them up, and then I suppose it'd make our hobby, shall we say, that little bit easier. But that'll never happen. Krista, you should come to Canada. Yes, you're right, Krista. And there's a lot of places that I'd like to go. There is no respect anymore. Yeah, do make sure you watch it because it was a bloody good episode that of Amy's tonight. I did some digging on the history. Gutted I didn't go there. I take it you're on about the care home, Amy, but we actually did try to go back and they'd actually locked the gates at the front, and the gates are about 10 foot tall, and we couldn't get over. And not that we would anyway. Anthony, I think respect is something that has been sadly lost, and it really upsets me and annoys me too. I totally agree. I think that's something that's gone right out the window now, is the respect for other people. I think it was something that was taught at a young age, um, and now, whether we like it or not, society has changed, and we just have to live with it now, unfortunately. Where in Scotland would you or have you done, Ming? That's from Drew. I haven't actually been to Scotland yet, Drew. There's every chance of me going there though, because as you know, my two son-in-laws, Nighthawk and Moxley, are both from that area anyway. So I'm sure that I'll get up there sooner or later. But again, it's having that time. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm sure I'll get up there. But our problem, guys, and I'm going to be dead honest with you now, our problem, myself, Nighthawk, and Moxley, we all work different. Okay, I work regular nights. Danny works 6 days a week, and Mox does 4 on, 4 off. So it's difficult for all of us to actually get together. Now, obviously, a Saturday night and a Sunday night, I don't actually work. Danny does Saturday day, but Mox also does weekend work. So it's difficult for us all to get together. Now, that's more why you see me out with Nighthawk more than you do on Moxley. Or with Moxley, I should say, not on Moxley. Good God, I'd never covered it. Um, but yeah, that's one of the reasons why we don't actually get out a lot together anymore. Uh, when I first started going out with them, um, my job was slightly different at that time. So it was easier for me to do that. And I'll never forget the first time we went to the asylum at Lancaster. But I don't think you ever forget your first. Excuse me, folks. So, yeah, I'm sure before long we'll all get out. Yeah, I noticed Mox must go after or before his shift sometimes. Yes, Drew, he does. because when he's done a shift, especially when he's on nights, he finishes early AM. So he's already got his stuff in his car. He'll just go, well, I can't do that because my hours are set. You know, I don't finish till 7 o'clock in the morning. By that time, Mox has already gone. He's probably already investigating something for an hour anyway. And then Danny, at the moment, Danny's actually starting up. Well, he's up at 4 a.m. or he's got a 4 a.m. start. So we're all slightly different. Now, I'm sure in the future we will all get back to together again. And I'm sure that Amy will be involved as well. Yeah. Society has changed. There's no respect or morals anymore. None at all. But I think that's to do with, and correct me if I'm wrong, and you might feel totally different. When I was a lot younger, and I'm saying a lot younger, when I was before my teens, if you did something wrong, you used to get a crack off your parents. They would slap you silly and tell you that that was wrong. You can't do that now. Legally, you're not allowed to do it anymore. So where does the punishment come? You let me know, guys. I think that's one of the letdowns in society at the moment, and it's been going on for years. Uh, Too many empty places which could be used against such a waste. It is. It's a massive waste. I totally agree with you, Sharon. Like I said before, if they jump on them straight away and they can do something with them, then let's do it. Even if it's just local councils or what's that other one that rents properties out? I forgot what they're called now. No, I can't remember. It's gone. Yeah, let's get something done with them. Let's start from day one. If they know that something's closing down, let's figure out what can be done with it. Yeah, Amy, I am definitely going to come out with you all again once we can get back out at the same time. And there lies the problem, Amy. It is because now I know you've changed your job. You've gone full time now, and respect doing what you've always wanted to do. Um, that's just the problem. It's getting everybody together at the same time to be able to go out on investigations like we did. When I first started going out, because it wasn't just us. I mean, Mark was there, Rob was there. There was places that we've been that I have been back to, um, and got basically nothing. I mean, not everything that I put on the channel is 100% of what I've done. There's stuff that I've never put on the channel because it's been that quiet. You might as well just get in your car and go for a ride. Drew, you're right. Some could be museums or dropping places for history enthusiasts, especially for the local areas. Yeah, Anthony, I agree 100%, mate. Unless there's some form of, not punishment, but unless there's some form of comeback for what we can't do to children nowadays. And I'm not talking about going ballistic on them. I'm not stupid. You know, a quick slap round the leg or whatever, you don't do that. And a bit of a tap. It doesn't do you any harm. It didn't do me any harm when I was a lad, a young lad. If I did something wrong, it was, what the bloody hell did you do that for? Crack. And that was the end of it. But you learned from that. You knew that that wasn't acceptable. There's none of that now. Everything's gone out of the window. You can't do that anymore. So you need we do need something in place to teach from a young age. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's Amy. It's a lot harder for me to get out midweek. We had a great time on all our adventures. I remember, I remember trying to pull Rob up that wall and nearly ripped his arm off Amy. I remember that. I don't think he was very impressed with that. I wish you could have done Sally's house. I know I go on about that place, but there was something weird about it. Sadly, Sienna, I never actually got to do Sally's house. It's not there any longer, and it hasn't been for quite a while now. So I'm sure there was something about the house. So unfortunately, I'll never get to find out. If the councils, this is Sharon, if the councils are housing associations, that's the one I was looking for, housing associations, cannot afford to do up the places, sell them cheap to families to do up and own their own home. I agree, but then becomes another problem. If you're selling them off cheap, you've also then got to make sure that they're able to do that house up or that building, whatever it is that you're actually selling them off. Because if they haven't, then you're back to square one. It starts in the home, I believe. We have to educate our kids. It's quite possible. It is. It goes back to what I was saying before. Amy, they were fantastic. She's put Ming. Some of the explores were epic. They weren't just epic. They were absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could sit here and tell you quite a few occasions where we've just fell about laughing, guys. But that's what it's like. Disconnect the Wi-Fi. It doesn't hurt them anymore. Not unless you're going to take the mobile phone off them. Because all they'll do, they'll just go outside. It makes no difference, the Wi-Fi anymore. I mean, the thing is, I have my own beliefs. Everybody else has their own beliefs. But that's what I believe is part of the problem. I'm still drinking this cup of tea, guys. I need to wash my cup, I know that much. But I've been busy. Oh dear. Yeah, well, at least my computer's back up and running now anyway, folks. Do you like going to cemeteries? It depends in what respects, Krista. Um, I've been to quite a few cemeteries recently, and it wasn't to investigate. Um, but on an investigation wise, like I was saying before, I've only ever been to one, uh, and we did actually get caught by the priest. So, as I was saying before, we did actually leave, myself and Nighthawk. It wasn't the best place to go, but there is one that's not too far from here, and it could have been actually yesterday that I was actually talking to Nighthawk about it, and we're going to see if we can get in there to do a night investigation because this one is massive. They certainly are, Amy. Great memories. Yeah, they'll be with me now until the day that I go. Yeah. Oh dear. Right. Well, I'm glad that I've managed to get my PC sorted out. Well, not my PC. Guys, I never even told you, did I, why it went off on Tuesday? Um, believe it or not, it was a silly little cable that had started breaking up. So I ordered some new ones, and as soon as I put one of the new ones in, it fired up straight away. But I did get a bit of a shock before because one of the guys on here actually told me they couldn't hear me, and then he realised that his Android phone was still turned down. So after he turned it up, it was all right. Absolutely, 'cause I did actually poop myself though when he said he couldn't hear me. Oh, so any more questions, guys? Oh. Yeah, that's what I did too when he told me that he couldn't hear me. Yeah, Amy, it was just a silly cable. It was a micro USB cable from the camera to the PC, and that's all it was, and it just wouldn't work. Krista, do I have any kind of special abilities towards spirits? I wouldn't say that I do, Krista, um, but I believe that the more I've been doing it, the more open I'm becoming, and I seem to be getting more responses now because of that than when I first started. Because when I first started, I was 100% skeptic, 100%. But I've seen things now while I've been going out um, that I would never have seen before, and I still can't understand. Anthony, would you consider doing somewhere like Towton Battlefield? Right, I have to be honest here, Anthony. I haven't got a clue where that is. There's a Amy knows it. There's a church in the field there as well. Right, you're gonna have to tell me more on this one. Um, I've never heard of that. Ah, right, Anthony. Yes, that's where I've seen a couple of black monks in the church. Right, Anthony. I think I've got you on. I think we're on Messenger, aren't we? If we are, I'll message you about it, and you can tell me more about it, and actually let me know where it is. And yes, I'll consider everything. Oh, excuse me, folks. Guys, is there anywhere that you want me to go? That you want me to return to, or do you want me to go somewhere that I've not actually been to? Oh, it's Tadcaster. Right. Yeah. Well, that's not too far. But yeah, I'm sure, Anthony, we've got each other on Messenger. I'm sure we have because we've already been messaging each other. It's on the road from Tadcaster. Great location and so much history there. Right. Okay. I'll have a look into it and we'll take it from there. But don't be surprised if it's on the channel very soon. Well, just one last, well, I say one last thing, guys. Uh, what I am going to do is we have three bedrooms upstairs, okay? We only use one of them. So one of the bedrooms is actually going to be turned into a studio. Um, it's going to be slow because obviously we only have a certain amount of budget that I can use at any time. So it will be slow, but it will get there. And I will use that room for a studio. So it's all going to be kitted out. Everything that's in front of me now is actually going to be going up there. Anything to do with the paranormal, which I gather is also going to be up there. Amy, while you're there, Flower, I just listen. When I said to you before on your live, I've got the same. camera, the same torch. Look, I've just purchased the same torch as what you've got, and yes, they are bright. It's um, it's 20,000 lumens. Krista, thank you very much for joining. Have a great night yourself. Yeah. So there's so much history at that place. Right, I'm going to definitely have a look at that. I have heard the sound of metal clashing during the night. War of the Roses battlefield, I believe. Right, cool. Would love to come on an investigation with you guys. Anthony, like I've said before, once I get to 1,000 subscribers, there's every chance I might be taking somebody out. I'm not going to say it's you because I don't know. Anybody that's willing to come out is going to get put into a lucky dip, which will probably happen on my laptop, to be honest. And you'll all get numbered, and whatever number it lands on the laptop is the person that's going to actually be coming out with us. Yeah, Amy, I did mention it before, and I basically had it 2 weeks into it, due that torch. Yeah, about 2 weeks I've had that torch now. Yeah, it's a fantastic torch. It's, if I remember rightly, it's 20,000 lumens, which is blooming bright. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do exactly the same, Amy, but it's gonna be a number thing, and then I'm gonna use a number generator on the laptop so that people can actually see it there and then on whatever number it lands on. If that person's available, then they come out with us. If not, then we regenerate the number and we'll try again until sometime it lands on somebody that's available to come out with us. And it doesn't matter where, I can go anywhere. Apart from tonight, guys, because I've got a puncher. I am up for going out on investigations. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, it's just to give something back, that's all. You know, I asked nothing from the members. If they watch the videos, great. Sorry, not the members, the subscribers. If they watch the videos, fantastic. If they don't, hey ho, it's not for them. Each to their own. But for them that do, I'd just like to be able to give something back to them. Now, I can't give monetary value or anything like that. So if somebody wants to come out with me, maybe not just me. I mean, Amy, you might be there as well. You never know. So if somebody wants to come and do it, then by all means, it's something that I can set up in the future. But you know, once I get that 1,000 sub mark, we'll take it from there. Yeah. Okay, Anthony. Anthony. Is it Anthony or Anthony? Because I've actually got a brother called Tony, but he's called Anthony. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Well, maybe it's something we could look into, Amy. She says, yeah, that will be brilliant. Maybe we could look into it and actually do it on the same night. So we could both take that person out with us. What do you think of that? I mean, Dan might be there. Mox might be there. You never know. Ha. No, I didn't think it was Tony. Shannon, I'm not looking for payment for an investigation, Flower, and I appreciate the fact that you've actually said it. Um, I don't want anybody to actually end up paying for what I do and for what I enjoy doing. If they want to pay towards the channel, then that's entirely up to them. I'm not going to ask for it. But, guys, the one thing I will tell you now while we're here is the fact that I'm actually in the process of setting up, what's it called, Jim? I can't remember now.
What?
That thing that I asked Danny with help for last night. Um,
Who?
it's some join membership page thing that's on the channel. Listen, I know nothing about it. But apparently I've now got to wait for. I've set up an AdSense. Oh well, I didn't. See, I'm at it again. I asked Danny at Nighthawk for help yesterday because I hadn't got a clue what they were talking about. Okay, so I had to set up this AdSense thing because they've got two levels. Okay, Amy, thanks for coming in, and have a good night, and I'll see you soon. Yeah, I agree, Sharon. I agree, but it's some AdSense thing, or there's a members thing on the page or something. Now, I've got to wait for Google to verify that me channel is okay to do it. So the AdSense thing was actually set up yesterday. So I'm now waiting for Google. Now, once I get the confirmation from Google, apparently, to set up the join button, that's what it is. The join button on the page on YouTube, then they can do. Now, I've already said yesterday, and Nighthawks will verify this hopefully when he sees this, that I'm not asking a fortune for the joining fee or the monthly fee or whatever it is. I'm going to set that up for you guys at 99 pence. Not 2.99 what others charge. And I've got no problems with that. They can charge what they want. I'm not doing it because I want money. I'm doing it for you guys, not for me. So if you want to join, it'll cost you 99 pence a month. Okay? The cheapest one that I can do, apparently, is 99 pence a month. That's my intention. That's what I'm going to do. You know? And after everybody else has taken all their shares out, like YouTube and whoever else it is, I'll probably get pennies off the end of that. But I don't need it. I don't want it. I'm not in it to make that money. Whatever I make or whatever is made from the channel will directly go back into the channel. This torch, this was bought 2 weeks ago, and it cost, I think it was just short of £40. You know, if that money had been through the channel, that would have paid for that. Hello, Donna J. Good evening. Adventures with Christopher. Hi, Mings. I am camping in Haunted Forest tonight. Well, I hope you have a good night. My God, I've got a tickly throat. Tickly throat tonight. I hope you have a good night, Christopher. My God, I've been talking too long, guys. Yeah, so, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So the join channel, the join button on the channel should be up shortly. And if you do want to join, guys, by all means, you don't have to, because even I know that 99 pence nowadays can be a big difference between something that you want and something that you can get. Oh, blimey, I don't know what it is, but I've got a right tickly throat.
Are we drinking tea?
Oh, there we go, guys. Yeah, so it'll be 99 pence and that's it. Stay safe, Christopher. And have a good night, mate. I hope you get loads of activity. But just don't poop yourself if you've got no spare underwear. Yes, Donna, I had a problem on Tuesday. I was going to go live last Tuesday, and when I tried, I couldn't because one of the cables off the camera that was connected to the PC had an intermittent fault. So you could see me, or people could see me, but I couldn't see a blooming thing at this end. You need another cup of tea. You're right, mate. I've not actually finished this one yet. Yeah, Donna. Well, before too long, she says she would love to join. I'm assuming that would be the channel. Uh, if that's the case, Donna, I don't think it'll be too long before it's actually up and running. But hey, again, do not feel as though you have to. Only do it if you want to. Yep, still got this one, guys. But my cup does need washing now because I've had it with me all day. Yeah. So that's where we're up with the channel, guys. So next video will be on Tuesday. Now, believe it or not, I'm sorry I didn't do this while Amy was here. Uh, like I said before, this is actually a private house investigation, um, which I did with Nighthawk, Mox, and Shadow Hunters. And I think it was the third time that I'd actually been out. So be kind, because I still didn't know what I was doing. Well, that'll be up on Tuesday. Anthony, good night. Thanks for joining, mate. Have a safe one. Actually, guys, what time is it now? Let me just try and find out.
~11.
Is it? Let's have fun. Welcome in. Let's have fun. My friend's got some activity on his farm. Are you available? It depends on where it is, mate, and when. Ah, right. I watch all the English investigators with my breakfast. You are 9 hours behind us. Okay, thanks for that, Donna. Yeah. I'm glad to know that it's being watched, and I'm intrigued as to what you've had for breakfast. Let's have fun. Send the location, uh, and I'll have a look at the history on the farmhouse itself and see what I can find out. That's probably the best thing to do at the beginning. Let's do it that way. Yeah, guys. So, uh, Saturday coming, I will be out. I'm going and joining Nighthawk, and I'm going joining Simon and Sylvia from Explore Beyond. Oh, I don't eat them silly breakfast biscuits, Donna. No. Mind you, when you're eating your breakfast, I'm actually having my main meal. So, yeah, that's what I'll be doing next Saturday, folks. Going to a schoolhouse, apparently. For those that do actually know Simon from Explore Beyond, you know he looks into everything. Uh, he's a good lad like that. He is. And congratulations to both of them on the wedding not too long ago. Guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to call it a night. Um, what time are we on now? I know you've just told me, but I've forgotten already.
25
Yeah,
past
25 past 11. Right, guys. Uh, it's coming up to 25 past 11 now. I think I've been on for what, an hour or so. So I am going to bring it to its conclusion. I'm going to end this live tonight. Hopefully, I'll be able to do another one very soon. Uh, just think about any questions that you've got going forward. Like I said to you before, it doesn't necessarily have to. Donna, it's just the way I am. It is. I can't be any other way. I wouldn't say chilled all the time, but I'm not one of these people that jumps around at the slightest thing, or starts running around or running out of buildings or anything like that. So, right, guys. With that being said, until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Look after yourselves and each other, and I'll see you on the next one. Good night, all.